Hello and welcome to the podcast for Assessment Task 2 of Develop and Use Complex Spreadsheets. In this assessment task, we're actually going to be looking for you to link 3 different spreadsheets and having the information updating automatically on each of those sheets. To do this, we're going to set up a payroll record. So we're looking to have, we're basically looking for you to do some work for Dr. Brian Kennedy again. So what we need to do is prepare a weekly payroll for 3 employees, one being Glennis Page, one being Peter Brown, and one being yourself. Okay, so what you need to do is open up a new workbook and save it as payroll, and it gives you some instructions on how you want to name it or how you need to name it. It gives you tax codes, it gives you gross pay, all this sort of thing. Now, to give you a bit of an idea of what this should look like, it should look a little bit like this. So if I come to this page, so you can see that we've set this up into 3 different sections, one for each of the employees. We've also got the record set there where we've got the gross pay and the tax that needs to be paid on each of those amounts. And we've also got the payroll advice at the end as well. So again, this will just give you a bit of an idea of how you might want to plan your spreadsheet and how you might want it to look. But of course, if you wanted to set it up a different way, you're more than welcome to do that as well. So what you need to do is make sure that you've got the first worksheet being called employee records, which is this one just here. I'll just move those around. So we've got the employee record, we then have the register, and we finally have the pay slips. We need to insert the tax table. So again, it gives you a bit of an idea of how it wants you to set it up and set up your blank employee reference. You've got the information just in there as well. Essentially what you want to be doing is making sure that you've got these things happening, so it automatically inserts the ordinary hours for the week. You then have to type in any overtime hours and calculates ordinary pay. Now what you're looking for from this spreadsheet is for it to automatically update on each sheet. So what you want to do is be making sure that if you're entering the information onto the register, it automatically transfers across to the payroll, it automatically transfers across to the record as well. So this is essentially, the long and the short of this is that the assessment task is looking to see how well you can format across multiple sheets. It may actually be easier for you to approach this assessment task as the 3rd assessment task rather than doing it second. The simple reason is that some of the functions that you'll perform on assessment task 3 might actually help you out with this particular assessment task as well. It's all I would suggest as well. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to basically make sure that you've got the formatting appropriate to the task, so however you want to format it, as long as it works, that you've got the right use of formulas and functions, and that you've entered the data. You don't have to worry about having printouts available, and it does say you've got 2 hours, but obviously you've got as long as you need to do this. You do also have to insert a macro button to insert individual pay slips. Now, there's a lot of tutorials. If you're not familiar with macros, there's a lot of tutorials available on YouTube. You might also find that there's some information in Moodle for you as well that might help you out in this regard. I hope this has given you an idea of what's expected of you for Assessment Task 2, and of course, if you've got any questions at all, feel free to contact us using the forums, or of course you can contact your assessor through the agreed methods. Until next time, best of luck with your assessments.